get them for zero.
You gotta hit it. You gotta throw it my way.
I don't want it.
Okay. Hey everyone. Guess what? Oh, Debbie, you want to do the clap?
I think I lost you, Mia. Okay, we're at the Mia Connect. There you are, Mia. Are you back? Okay, we're live from the Mia Connect in Washington, D.C. at the Collaborate conference, but I think we may have lost her. So let's see if we can get her back in. You know her, she's a pro. She'll jump back in, and hopefully we'll get comment tracker working again. And Tiara, she's got a couple of great guests. Here she is.
And I'm back. Hi, Debbie.
Hi, nice recovery.
Yeah, you like that? Listen, I'm only in like a minute into my show and I get booted out. Hey everyone, I'm Mia Voss. Welcome, welcome. I'm broadcasting live from DC at the Collaborate, put on by Fosterly, the Collaborate Innovation Conference. This is my brother Mike, what is it?
At Hey Big Mike.
Hey Big Mike, exactly. Hey Big Mike. Listen, you guys get ready for it because I have a whole queue of amazing people that are going to come through here. Next up, I have Lauren from NASA. I'm going to start with Mike. I met Mike the first night, and he basically, I accosted him because who is it you work with?
So I work with LoveSac brand. We make the biggest non-beanbag furniture and Sactionals in the world, aka the most comfortable thing you'll ever sit on your entire existence.
They are. Debbie, can you hear us okay? I just showed you the LoveSacs.
Yeah, we can hear you good, and that was a good shot of those LoveSacs, Mike.
Right, yeah, they are off the chain. All right, so earlier today, you guys, I'm going to post the link because who did I get to talk to that you brought to me?
Oh, so Mia got to speak with Shawn Nelson earlier, the founder of LoveSac. He stopped in for about an hour, flew in just to speak on his panel, and then flew out to China right after. But she got to speak with the man, the myth, the legend, Shawn Nelson, about how this product came to be, and
it was so much fun.
He's awesome.
He's just such a down-to-earth guy.
Yep.
Really, I mean, you guys, you need to go look at the story that's on their website. He's really crushed it in the last 20 years, but it has been a long, hard road to success for this. He ended up being on was it the Rebel Billionaire?
Fox's Rebel Billionaire.
Yeah, which was
Richard Branson.
Richard Branson was like one-time thing, but he did great on that too.
He won.
Yeah,
he won $1 million.
Up against the Spanx lady.
And he beat the Spanx. He beat the Spanx off the Spanx lady. Don't put that out there. Don't get me in any trouble with the Spanx lady. All the girls love Spanx. I don't want any trouble.
Yeah, you don't want any trouble with that one. All right, so tell me real quick what you do and how you got connected with the LoveSac folks.
So I work in social, and I work in connecting people and in doing events like this. And you know, Shawn had been reaching out looking for the right person to kind of help with the brand and you know, help with his own personal branding and his own industry influencer status. And so I kind of jumped in and started connecting him with the right people and setting up events and handling his social and
so fun.
running the behind the scenes stuff so that he can just keep killing it every day, which he always does.
He does, but it really does take a village. So you're helping him stay connected and then get their message out there too. Now, and you guys, I'll post a picture of it too. They have these cool couches.
Oh yeah, so the couches are our bread and butter right now. They're called Sactionals. They're just made up of bases and sides that are completely washable, changeable, livable, lovable. We still sell Sacs, but Sactionals, we are a Sactionals company, and we love our couches, and people love them, and they're selling like hotcakes.
Eco-friendly, the way they ship them, the whole thing, it's awesome too.
Right.
So
made of recycled Durafoam. The footprint is very small, and we take scraps other people don't want, and we make it real friendly.
You guys know I love that stuff, right? How kooky I am about eco-friendly type of things. Companies that run well, companies that take care of each other, which is awesome too. Cool. How can we find you?
We are at LoveSac.com. We are at Facebook /LoveSac. We're on Twitter at LoveSac. We're on Instagram at LoveSac. We're on House. We're on Pinterest. We are everywhere, and we are not going anywhere.
You have to go follow Hey Big Mike too.
And follow Hey Big Mike on Instagram.
He's a total food porny on
I love food.
Instagram, so he's awesome. So bye, honey. Thank you. Are
Thank
you gonna be back?
Yeah, I'll be around. I'm gonna go get some brunch.
He's the man. Bye. Okay, next up, You ready? I want to. Hey. Oh wait, I gotta find the tiara for you. Hold up, because Lauren wants a tiara. Because you know how I break stuff at times, Debbie. But okay, hold on. Here it goes, Lauren.
Is it working? I don't know if I'm princess worthy today.
There she is. Okay. There she is.
Thank you.
All right, so Debbie, before we get to comments, you've got to know about this. I think some of you actually requested that I find Lauren.
It's not tiara worthy today.
It's just, it's just being fussy. It's just, I think they're a little starstruck by you. All right, so tell us who you are and what you do. We can tell by the T-shirt.
Hey, I'm Lauren Worley. I'm the press secretary at NASA. I'm at Space Lauren on Twitter. And I'm really thrilled to meet you, Mia, and to be here at Fosterly's Collaborate event here in DC because it's awesome.
It is such a great gathering. This is amazing.
It is like, so I'm friends with Adam Zuckerman, the founder. In fact, Adam and I are climbing Kilimanjaro next week.
Oh, you're going too?
Yes, yeah. So it's an amazing group of people, but it's some of the most innovative, creative thinkers in DC, some of the most fabulous people. And one of the number one things is they don't ask you when you first meet them, what do you do?
No, I haven't seen that at all. No,
it's more about like how can we work together and what interesting projects are you working on and how can we connect. And that's a really incredible thing in this town.
It's actually, it is innovative because you don't see that. There are a lot of movers and shakers, but usually you're right. Everybody's stabbing each other, more like, what can you do for me? And I'm just seeing everybody sharing ideas. So you guys can't see, but let me turn around. So Lauren and I are hanging out here, and then this whole open area. Look how beautiful this is. We are at the Ronald Reagan Convention Center, right?
Yeah.
So I mean, it's amazing. We've got a Tesla over here, but that's the one thing I'm seeing more than anything, Lauren, is everybody is stopping, talking to one another, and I'm seeing a lot of things get hatched here right away too. So tell me what you're going to do. Are you on a panel?
So I'm on a panel today at 4 o'clock. We're going to be talking about crisis communications, which I happen to know a little bit about. Thankfully, not too many crises.
Yes.
But in my day job, we spend a lot of time on social media. Our job is I try to bring the universe to you in 140 characters or less.
Yes.
That's a tough job. And we got a lot of talented people at NASA who are communicators, and they want to share what they know about astrobiology, about rocket science, and everything with everyone. So it's a pretty cool group of people to be with.
Yeah, and you guys, I'm loving that too. And Lauren, that's what's so fun is that I think NASA always felt so far away from people. You know what I mean? There's NASA and the scientists, and we're sort of down here. We see what's on the news. So I love how you're bringing it to people.
Yeah, we have over 8 million Twitter followers now.
Do you really?
And what's cool about that is we're, on a daily basis interacting with people who are not just, fans of our stuff, but actually want to know more.
Okay.
And we have an awesome program called NASA Social, which you all should check out. Go nasa.gov/ multimedia or something like that. Anyway, if you go on the webpage, you'll find it. And we roll out the red carpet. You can sign up to join us at one of our 10 centers. Come down for a launch. Come see a tour of one of our places. We bring our social media followers in. You get to meet our scientists, our engineers. They talk about the programs they're working on. And it's a great way for you. And then you just tweet and Facebook and blog about whatever it is you want to. We're not telling you what to say or do. We want it to be a great experience, but it's your space program. You should be part of it, and we really want you guys to sign up. So do it.
But I love that. Do you feel like that's probably the most misunderstood thing is that people think there's really is more of a buffer between you and them, and you guys are more like just we want to be interactive.
Absolutely. I think it's a tough thing, and also I work with reporters on a daily basis, and one of the tough things working with reporters is they're working on breaking news, right? So space, going to Mars is a 30-year journey. It's not a today story, so it's very difficult for reporters. And working with reporters for them to be able to tell that long-term story. And so by having an engaged relationship with our followers, it helps us communicate to you what we're trying to do.
What a great idea, you're right, because it's not just, it's just a news flash, but they're actively engaged in it. So talk real quick, because I know he was at the President spoke, or actually announced him at the State of the Union about the newest project that's going on in your project.
Scott Kelly. So NASA, Scott Kelly, going to space for a year.
Yeah.
So NASA is on a journey to Mars, and one of the first steps to that is the International Space Station. It's our toehold to space. For the last 14 years, there has never been a moment where an American astronaut has not been living and working in space.
Wow.
Which is pretty incredible.
So no vacancy.
No vacancy.
Ever.
So Scott Kelly is about to become the first American to spend 1 year in space, which is, we're going to learn a lot about how long duration space missions affect the human body. Now, a really cool thing is that his twin brother, astronaut Mark Kelly, is going to be back here at Earth.
Oh my
so we're going to be studying both of them.
And they are identical.
They're identical twins.
Like DNA wise. Hold on.
Exactly.
Kim Boltman says NASA rocks and Lauren rocks.
Oh, thanks, Tim. Thanks, Tim.
Thank you,
I'm doing my best with it.
Yeah, that's really good.
So we're going to be studying both of them at the same time. It's going to teach us a lot about how the human body reacts to that kind of long duration space flight.
Yes.
Because of a journey to Mars, and we're intending to do it. President Obama has called on NASA to send humans to Mars. It's going to take us at least 8 months to get to Mars. Then we're going to want to poke around the planet for a little bit once we get there, and then
so
it's 8 months back. So we need to know what the effects of radiation are, what the effects of that being away from home for that long are. So it's a really big thing. Now we've got a lot of robots on Mars right now, like the Curiosity rover.
Yes.
And if you follow the Curiosity rover on Twitter, which you should, incredibly awesome little machine that we're learning lots of stuff that's going to be really relevant to sending humans there. And we're planning to do what we call an asteroid redirect mission, where we actually tow an asteroid from the asteroid belt to a stable orbit around the moon. Don't worry, we're very safe.
I love it.
And what we're going to learn there is how we interact with a planetary body, and we're going to learn spacewalking techniques. All of that stuff is leading us to send humans to Mars by the mid-2030s.
And I love it that you're also getting people to know that it's a long process, and that there are steps that you're taking, but how exciting. Like, so you
every single day we are getting more information about radiation on Mars from our rovers.
Okay.
We have folks who are working on nutrition, on spacesuits, on propulsion, all of it coming together.
You're the best job.
And it's really, really cool. I geek out a lot, as you can tell. So follow me at Space Lauren if I may promote my little Twitter feed there.
No,
totally follow me.
Do.
Come along with us in the journey. Follow us at NASA, and thanks for being here. This is so much fun.
I mean, I really did. When I met Adam, I had said I need to find Lauren and do that, and I need to get her on here too, because also I'm loving young woman that's in an industry, obviously, that feels like it's so male driven. But how's that been for you? Can you talk about that?
It's actually been great for me. I was a journalism student. I wasn't an engineer, biologist, or anything.
Your background is.
And I worked in politics a lot, and campaigns, communications. I find that at least at NASA, people are so charitable and giving of the knowledge that they have. They want to bring more people into the fold. They want to diversify. The Space Shuttle program did that for us in space, bringing more women and bringing people of color into the program. And now we're seeing that more and more. It's a lot of work. We have a lot of more work to do in terms of our engineering program. We're not there yet, but it's a very conscious thing on our minds, because the more diversity we have in the program, the more diversity of thought we have, and it's that creativity that's going to get us to Mars.
Exactly, because if you've got this homogenized kind of group of people that all come from the same background, you're right, and you're not going to get these great new ideas of, hey, I see it from this perspective. I just learned yesterday, I think Tom Chi was saying it, that our chief, the United States Chief Technical Officer, is a woman.
Yes,
right?
yes.
What's her name?
Megan, I'm blanking on her last name.
No, we got to find it.
The pressure.
It's Megan.
Megan Smith, I think.
Thank you. Yes. So, and looks like we have a quick comment from Kim. Any foreseeable future on hyperspace capabilities at NASA?
We're not quite there yet, which is why we've got our sights set on Mars. Mars is a much more attainable place for us to get to because of that 8-month journey.
Right.
However, we are studying ion propulsion and other propulsion techniques to get us there faster. The more radiation the human body takes in, the more perilous the journey becomes.
Exactly.
And we have to weigh the benefits of space travel with putting people at risk with that radiation exposure. So we're probably not going to be doing any kind of intergalactic travel anytime soon. Maybe in the next 100 years, I don't know. But interplanetary travel is going to become more and more common. And I think the question is why, right? Why do we do that? Not because, and we don't do it just because it's neat.
Right.
But what we learn about the foundations of the universe teaches us about where we came from and what we are as individuals. Mm-hmm. So what we learn about the building blocks of life on Mars actually teaches us about human DNA, which then helps inform how we, build infrastructure, but also, look at medicine and things like that for the human body. The more we know, the more we can have those practical applications on Earth.
You know what, that makes so much sense, because a lot of times we're just going back to our roots and more the history, go backwards, but you're more looking out, what is going on, because everything is connected as much as we have our little, our little blue dot, our third rock from the sun kind of thing.
Yeah.
So I love that. Yay. All right, you guys, follow Lauren. Tell us again what your handle is.
You can follow me at Space Lauren, and definitely follow at NASA. Join our community. We'd love to have you.
I don't know how I'm going to follow up after this one, Debbie. Do you have any comments for us from anybody else? Or are we good?
Bye, Lauren. Yeah, so we've got your crowd is here.
Oh, Nazim says NASA Twitter queen. Yay, thank you so much. I'll send you the link too. Hey guys, I'm going to have Tammy come over real quick, and then I'm going to roll you guys in. Yeah, I want you to come on too. Oh, you know what, you guys, actually, I have a couple guests real quick that I need to jump on real quick. Hey, Mel. Holler if you hear me. I hear you. Hey, darling. It's good to see you. I have two special guests from the G Plus audience, and I'm going to introduce them in a second. But hey, guys, how are you?
Hey, how are you? Can you
Welcome.
put both of us
All
in
right.
here?
So
All
we
right.
just met the other night. Tell us who you
Yes.
are and what you do, and welcome to
I
the
like
show.
this crowd.
Oh, isn't that awesome?
So I'm Marav,
I'm Dimitri.
and we are Data Society, an online data science education company.
Do you guys see the kind of people we're meeting up in this mug? We got the smarty pants. All right.
Oh, yeah.
So tell me what you guys are doing here, who you're looking to meet, and tell us more about your company.
Sure. So we teach professionals how to analyze data and then really bring it back into the real world. And we do it through a live streaming course, an engaging, simple, and interactive way.
I like simple.
Yes, we are only simple.
complicated,
No math,
right?
and you don't need to know any programming. We don't we keep all the formulas out of it.
Tell us more about your company, how it got started, and then sort of what your roles are in as well. Debbie with a little pros and how we do
Oh, and that with that face too.
Mia, we're having some audio issues. Okay, and you guys know the drill. She will come right back in. Hopefully she realizes that she might be carrying on a great conversation. But we'll just give her another minute or two, and she'll be right back in. While that's happening, I do want to let you guys know I'm watching the comment tracker, and so we've got Eileen Smith is here. Hi, Eileen. It's good to see you. And Carmen, we've already said hi to Carmen, but we are getting a weather report from her. And
Yes, the conference.
We're back. Fine. Are we okay?
There you go.
Oh, here we are.
Right.
Hey, Carmen.
Hey,
It looked like we got a comment from Carmen, too.
awesome.
All right. So are we okay, Deb?
Yep, now you're good. Proceed.
That sounds great. Okay, so tell us a little bit more about what you guys do.
Yeah, so the background of it is that all of us, we are the founders along with our other partner, Josh, and we all came about it by using data in our respective fields. So Josh is our PhD in statistics. He's the smarty pants.
Sounds like the smarty pants.
And Dimitri is our former hedge fund analyst from New York. And then I'm an educator. That's my background by training.
Great mix of all you guys. Everybody brought their strengths in, right?
Exactly.
Good.
So Josh gives us the content, and Dimitri figures out really how to market it and approach people. And then I make sure that we teach it in a simple way that people understand.
Gotcha.
Right?
Now, are you using focus groups as well to say, here's our product, and then they get back to you and say, this is easier, this is not easier?
Exactly. So we've actually done a lot of beta testing with our course, and now our inaugural one is starting in 2 weeks.
Yay!
Yeah, we're so excited.
All right, tell me who your target market is.
Our target market are professionals who want to upskill and be able to ask the right questions about data to help their companies move forward. We're also targeting people who, are just coming into the market and are looking to have that extra edge for a job.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's more the problems. That's the pain points that you're solving, right? You're giving them, trying to figure out what's my market, or where are my people that need what I have.
Exactly.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Well, what was the impetus for you guys? What was the thing that happened that you're like, we're going to put this together? Was there a problem that you needed solved?
So it was actually, I'm going to hand that one over to Dimitri because he knows better than I do that story.
Okay, cool. And he has a cool accent. You know how I love those.
Sure. So it all started last spring.
Mm-hmm.
I worked at a hedge fund where we placed bets in the market using data.
Mm-hmm.
I started speaking with Josh, who did fascinating things with all sorts of information, from pricing real estate to analyzing social media to really, really cool applications. I saw how I could do my business better with what Josh was doing.
Right.
How our
better
methods
together.
How our methods could be so much more
Yes.
sophisticated. And what we realized is there's a really big void and vacuum in the education space.
Gotcha.
That people weren't getting skills they could immediately apply. And that a lot of the analysis, the really cool analysis you can do, did not need to be very hard to acquire.
Right. And years of coming up with the formulas and so forth. There's got to be a simpler way to get that translated quicker, right?
If you give professionals tools that are intuitive,
Yes.
that are quick to learn, that are obvious, all of a sudden it catches on and it has an immediate impact on people's lives. We decided
I love that. Immediate impact on people's lives.
Exactly.
That's the crux of it right there, right?
Exactly.
Gotcha. So you said you decided.
Yeah, and so we decided to build this business helping people
Sure.
and try to help as many people as we possibly can.
I love it. I love it. Can you give us so Debbie can type in the call letters and your links so we can pop that into the events right now, because that's what I love. And people are going to want to look you up. So tell us where to find you guys.
Sure, it's datasociety.co. No M at the end. Datasociety.co. And check us out. We have some demo materials on the Why Take Our Courses page, and you can see all of our classes on our courses page as well as a cool blog. We actually show you the kinds of things you could do after you're done.
I love it. And then speaking of collaborate, who have you found during this conference that you're just loving, that you feel like you're gonna
man, who haven't we found?
There's actually a fascinating individual named Erwin who we met yesterday.
Okay.
He listened to our presentation about social media, and he said, I actually work with veterans who come back from the front lines.
Oh, love it.
And they have a lot of trouble reintegrating into the economy and quickly getting skills that they could use in the workforce.
Oh, yeah.
And that's exactly the kinds of people we'd like to help.
Okay.
We want to give folks who have limited time, limited resources, skills they could immediately apply, go get a job, take their career to the next level.
Yes.
And so we're working on a partnership with Erwin.
That just happened.
And it's called Veterans to Commerce, I believe is his initiative. And we want to see how we can help all those folks, be more productive in their lives.
And see what I'm loving too, you guys. I don't know, did you see Tom Chi speak last night? And Tom Chi, I'm looking for you, brother, because I know you're around here.
She'll find you.
Yeah, I'm kind of wise. That's right. But Tom Chi was talking about that, of a lot of the groups that he's working with, of like the speed of putting things together, of just not like that. Like you guys are like meeting, you're making things happen. So I'm loving that too, because the veterans need it too. That comes up a lot on my shows too, what the needs are for that too. So that's awesome, you guys.
Yeah, we're really excited. Thanks so much for having us. Hey.
Thank you.
All right, guys. Thank you so much.
Thanks so much.
Nice to meet you.
You too. We'll
Yay. Yes, please do. Hey, Debbie, you have any comments for us? Oh, go ahead. Hold on. Yeah, it's on YouTube right now. You guys are watching on YouTube. Thank you so much. We have nice. Oh, hi, Junk. Oh, promised you'd watch. So hi. Hey, Bill Reed is where's my brother?
Bill Reed.
Oh, look at who I have right here, you guys. These are some Google Plus stars. Dr. Tammy and Bill Reed are talking. Do you love that? There they are right there. So, okay, how are we doing over there, darling? We good?
It looks like you've got another guest. Let's keep it going.
I do. Yep. I know. Here we go. So, hey, guys.
Hi.
This is Stacie. Listen, I just met her this morning. This has been the wonderful thing. I love the conference parts. The content's really great. But what's really great about this, too, is the in-between.
In-between.
And everybody that we're meeting. So when everybody's taking the time, just like Mike was saying, too, that everybody is really taking the time to meet one another as well. So, listen, I have a guest from another show that I'm going to introduce you to from before, because tell everybody what you do, because it's so in line with that too.
So my name is Stacie Whisonant. I'm the founder and CEO of PYT Funds, which stands for Pay Your Tuition. Not pretty young thing. I'm not that young. Not that young. So we have
I did think PYT when you said it.
Exactly.
I'm old enough to be with Michael Jackson.
Michael Jackson.
Right.
Yeah.
No, it's great.
Thank you. And we have an opportunity where students and families can come and crowdfund a portion of the tuition needs. And then we take that and leverage it with the banks to get them lower rates on their student loans. So essentially they buy down their student loan rate and they lower the amount that they finance by using a shared economies method.
Okay, who's freaking out over this one? What an amazing thing. Is there anything like that out there?
No, nothing out there that will take. There's plenty of crowdfunding platforms that allow you to crowdfund for anything, for your dog, for your cat, for your toe, your big toe, bruise your toe. All of the medical things are out there, but there is no crowdfunding platform that will leverage the cash that you do crowdfund and fill the space by connecting you with the banks to get you to the finish line.
And I'm loving that too, because we were saying when we were talking about it that it really gets people engaged, and you can get a community of people who are actively engaged in what your education is about. Like you're saying, there's a bit of accountability, right?
Exactly. We have a student that we recently helped stay in school at Howard University. She comes from a foster care background, no idea what to do with college when she's getting that bill and how to pay it. She came to our supporters, told her story and how she's out here as an independent student trying to find her way, first generation college attendee, So we're trying to get her to the finish line so she can say she's a graduate. And she came in, she shared her story with our supporters. They literally took out money out their pockets right then and started passing around the collection plate.
Oh my gosh.
She raised $1,500 at our event, and we then got her the $5,000 that she needs to stay in school. Right there on spot. The bank approved her on spot.
Again, this is what I'm talking about, the ease, the quickness of these type of things, and making these, you've created a vehicle for people to easily say, I can funnel my money, I feel good about it, it's got an accountability piece to it, I know where it's going to go. All right, so tell me what the impetus was. You've got to have a good story for me of how you got this started.
Well, me, myself, didn't have a lot of student loan debt. I went to the military right after high school, and then I did the Army Reserve, so then I came in as a sophomore into college, and then I was an RA, so I had 3 jobs in college.
Gotcha.
And worked my way through. But my sister went to the same school 2 years later, and she's a ton of student loan debt. And at the age, so I bought my first house at the age of 23, and my sister is 31. She hasn't even paid her car off yet. And
you know she's mad at your dog.
Exactly. I know. Sorry, I didn't get a disclaimer alert. Now I was gonna tell her story. So basically, when I started looking at what kind of problems are we solving, are we facing in our generation? Right. How can we solve this with traditional financing, but be more innovative in this space? So that was really the part. And I have a banking background. I worked for the world's largest bank for 7 years. So just from that background, so from the Army to the bank, and just took all of that together to be able to solve something that our generation is currently facing.
And I love it. Yeah, you literally did use your background, your experience, and your education to come up with this. Yep. And you're right, though. Yeah, sorry, sis, we were talking about your sister, but you saw it in your own family.
Right in our family.
What the absolute difference is between what your experience was and then what she went through, and she's typical.
Exactly. Typical graduate, typical friend. A lot of my friends are still not homeowners yet. So still just a typical person that's out there, and I tell everybody this still affects us, even though I'm a homeowner, but my friends can't buy the house next to me because they can't afford trying to get out of student loan debt. So that still affects me indirectly, even though I'm not a direct person that is dealing with the same issue.
It's your community that affects. So not everybody's kind of come around you. And I didn't even think about that when you said that, Stacie, because it really is not just about getting out of school and the loan. It's what your life is affected and the quality of your life. Exactly. Looks like we got a question or a comment. Love, get you to the finish line. Brava. Thank you, Nazim. That's my brother.
Thank you, Nazim.
He has some fans over in Italy.
Thank you. Yeah, we definitely want, and that's what the United Negro College Fund was working with us recently, saying they have so many graduates they help with scholarships, but then they don't make it to the finish line because there's a funding gap there. And so keeping people from graduating, so a lot of people attend school, but the graduation rate is 30%, and some of it's just for less than $1,000.
Right, just that little bit of
just a little bit of money we can get more people educated, and everybody knows education is where it all starts to make a better economy.
It's a confidence builder. It gets you, and then you're more encouraged to get out there and communicate with other people. Because you're like, look what I bring to the table, right? So people love that too. All right, so tell us how we find you.
Find us at Go PYT. So go pay your tuition. Go PYT. And we're on the website. We're mobile friendly. You can support our students from the website as well. We have about 10 students that we are trying to keep in school this January. Awesome. So if you see a student that has their story up and you feel compelled, please support our students on the site, gopyt.com, and we're working with the banks diligently every day to get them their funding.
That's awesome. So that's the other thing, too. With your banking background, you've actually helped them do that, too. Okay, so what do you need? So you want us to go there. Is there anything you need? Are you looking for volunteers? Are you looking for, just tell us, like, what kind of
supporters of the platform, just like what you said earlier. Yep, you see people, if you have a couple extra dollars in your pocket and you think that you want to do something to give back and make a difference in someone's life, come to our platform, because we're literally handpicking the students right now that are on our platform.
Oh my gosh.
So right now we're at a point where we know everybody and everybody's story. So we put the right people on the platform to put in front of supporters. So certainly if you do feel compelled to be able to give back in that education space, right now just supporting our platform as much as possible, spreading the word, or if you see a profile, share it with someone else.
Absolutely, yeah, and let somebody know that, has a kid that's coming out of school, that, parents just, that'll take a lot of the onus off them. The other guest that I have is named Frank Domo, so I'm going to connect you to him because he's the one that did the mobile app for helping kids to get signed up and actually go through the registration process, the admissions process for it. So I'm loving what you're doing. It's great to see somebody that's just kicking it and having a good time. Who have you met that you just loved here?
Here so far,
you met some good people that you want to collaborate with?
We want to collaborate with government. So that's the reason why we came here, because we want to get more into the government sector, because we know that this is a nationwide issue. And the data that they have and can share with us can help us build better products. We can build credit ratings for students.
Sure.
So that's what we ultimately want to do. If they can provide us data, then we can
Yes.
take and build a credit method like a FICO score for students, or we can be better, or they can be better borrowers.
Oh
So
my
that's
God.
what we're looking to collaborate with as government as much as possible.
You guys hear it out there, all the Gov people. Go check this out. Thank
Please.
you so much,
Thank
honey.
you so much.
It's
Thank
good to
you
meet
so
you.
much.
Yay. Got a little bit of an applause there too.
Thank
She
you.
loved your hat.
Oh,
too.
thank you.
Oh no,
It's raining here.
that looks good. Thank you so much, honey. I appreciate it. All right, guys. Debbie, you have some comments, and then I'm going to bring in another one of our guests real quick too.
We do. We've got conversation.
Horan. Getting to the finish line and getting to A #1. Oh, I know. I don't know if you heard what she was saying. That girl is amazing. So, hey, George Green, Boulder in the house. What's up? Thank you, brother man. I appreciate it. Yay. All right. Okay, so listen, this is my next guest. We met yesterday. This is Richard, and you are with?
McBride Real Estate Services.
Yes, so you are here in D.C.,
Yes.
and I'm loving the energy you guys have going on, too. So tell us more about your company and then what you're looking to do here and who you want to meet.
We've got a little boutique real estate company in Washington.
I'm going to put the tiara on for you. I think you need to
should.
have it. I know. I think it's
You
this
don't,
is
you don't
going
have
on
a
your
unicorn? Oh, perfect.
video.
Perfect. Yes, I always wanted to be a princess, and now my dream is finally fulfilled. Thank you very much.
All right, so boutique real estate.
We specialize in tenant representation. So what we do is represent the interests of any corporations or users of office space in helping to devise a real estate strategy and executing that strategy that supports their business plan.
I love it, and it's so strong. Tell me about some of the companies that you're working with, or can you tell us?
Well, certainly. I'm honored to have some great clients like Bloomberg.
Yes.
Uber, the car
it's
service.
Amazing, right?
We represent U.S. Steel, Sunoco. One of my teammates represents Washington Gas, and we represent a lot of tech startups, which is why we're here to collaborate.
That's right. When he says boutique, he doesn't mean that they're tiny. They just work with big companies.
Well, we have a small shop. We have 10 people.
Yeah.
So,
but you're efficient. We were talking about that yesterday. Yeah. Tell us more about how your company works, because you have these huge clients,
right?
But you run on you're a small, tight operation.
Well, the adage, real estate sounds like an old joke. It's like, how many brokers does it take to do a deal? It's basically 2. It doesn't matter if you're working at the largest real estate company in the world, where they've got 1,000 brokers. There's still only 2 of them that are working on one transaction. And so for us to have 10 people working together where we actually all work together,
right,
and we don't have the divisions set up within our shop to exclude other people in our company from competing and taking our own business, actually enables us to act with a lot more strength in the market than any of the major shops.
Sure.
So by having this collaborative environment in our corporate culture,
right,
we are able to put a lot more resources to bear on behalf of our clients than the CBREs or the JLLs of the world.
And you guys can see that's what we've been seeing at this conference. A lot of the collaborative, but again, scaled down companies that are just running well, and then it leaves you a lot more energy to get out there, market more, or connect with more companies. Now let me ask you this: working with these great companies, are you going to jump in? But not right now. Sorry. Working with these great companies, what are you picking up from them? Are you getting some great?
I do. I get some best practices from them.
Yeah.
One of the things I learned from when I started working with Bloomberg 15 years ago, and I was so impressed when Mike Bloomberg used to work in the office before he became mayor.
It's amazing.
Somebody pointed out his desk on the floor. It was out there in the open with everybody else. And at the time, I was working for one of the big soul-sucking, institutions.
Yep. To be unnamed.
Well.
Yeah.
And so when I went out and launched McBride Real Estate, I realized that having a much more of a meritocracy in the office, with everybody open, was a much better platform for us. And it was a little bit leading for our industry, but now it's certainly the norm.
Yes.
And in fact, we're a little bit behind the times, because a collaborative environment is really what's, I'd say, the state of the art today.
Which I'm loving too, and you guys have seen it for all the guests that have been coming through. Again, everybody's finding different ways to bring in the strengths, which I love, the individuality, but then everybody's sort of on the same level playing field too, which I'm loving.
Well, we're all in this thing together.
Yeah, and I'm even seeing this is in DC, you guys, where it's like such a competitive, and you're going to come up too. I don't know if you saw him speak. DP, he's amazing too. But everybody, it's such a competitive town. But at least from what I'm seeing here, maybe where I'm in a little bubble up here in this
I don't know.
in this collaborative thing. But everybody's been so excited talking to each other and then learning. And again, we've already seen a couple people already come up with new ideas for people they're going to work with. Who have you been excited about meeting, by the way?
Well, other than you?
Oh,
oh my gosh! I mean,
we had so much fun
my
talking.
mind's a blank now because my day is complete.
Thank you. And we were actually I want to meet with you guys because we're going to talk because we want to get them doing a lot more content. So really encouraging your company to get out there and do video content because you already have a show.
We have the McBride Minute.
Yes, which is brilliant, by the way. You have to see it. So you guys, how do we get in touch with you? How do we find you?
www.mcbrideres.com.
Oh, that's even better.
RES.com.
One more time and a little louder.
Adam is going to Kilimanjaro, obviously, with Lauren, and you guys are a big part of that.
We are sponsoring Adam Zuckerman in his ascent of Kilimanjaro.
Yes, and speaking of which, I have to shout out Holiday in DC, which is where I'm staying. They're my sponsor. Yes. They're my power patron. You guys, they're at 15th, and they're right down the street from here.
We're close to my office.
Yes, exactly. So they're at 15th and Rhode Island Northwest. Yes, see, I remembered. So, but this is what it's about too. Are companies that are helping one another, sponsoring, getting out there, and really getting out with people. So
the word's out that DC rocks.
Yeah, you guys are kind of know. I blew the lid off of it. It really does. It is such a great town, though. The energy's been amazing, and a lot. Just the view, everything has been wonderful. So I'm loving it. Yay! Thank you.
Thanks so much,
I appreciate it. All right, guys. And tell us what your website is again. One more time.
www.mcbrideres.com. McBrideres.com.
And that is Richard McBride. So thank you guys.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, thank you. All right, who else do we have coming up? All right, real quick, Debbie, how are you doing? Do you have anything for me? Hey, Kim. Oh my God, he is adorable. Yeah. Oh, so nice. Hey. How are you?
Good.
Hey,
Greetings.
Bill. One Great Life made it. All right, tell us who you are, what you do, because we just met last night, and you are friends with Rebecca Saltman, who is my girl from Denver. So, yep.
My name is Ian Fisk, and I am the executive director of the Mentor Capital Network.
Excellent.
It's a little bit odd watching myself 2 seconds in the past.
Yeah, I know you like that. I know that's you, and that's Debbie then too. Debbie, how are you?
A little audio here. Little audio problem.
A better world, and then I get to read what really smart people have to say about it. The Mentor Capital Network, which the first 12 years of our life is called the William James Foundation, is a network of about 1,000 folks around the globe who built, managed, or invested in multiple bottom-line companies. And we have a variety of programs, a business plan competition, challenge calls, something called the Green Grab, which is a Shark Tank knockoff, which allow the mentors to engage with the entrepreneurs in a way that respects and values their time. Many accelerators say that their customers are the entrepreneurs or the investors. Our customers are the mentors.
Gotcha.
We are looking to create an ecosystem. Well, actually, 15 years ago we were looking to create. Today we're looking to strengthen. The ecosystem is there.
Love it. Yes.
And we are strengthening the ecosystem of folks who are used to thinking about how to support a multiple bottom line company.
Gotcha.
So our mentors have been involved in supporting companies that aren't just trying to make money, but are also trying to address poverty or education.
Sure,
or
making a difference, right?
And a lot of them are passionate about their expertise, particularly the entrepreneurs. Right?
Yes.
They're really good at hiring women in Iraq, at turning algae into fuel, at professionalizing midwives in rural Mexico. But they're new to scaling a business. So maybe they've built a large nonprofit, maybe they've worked inside a government agency, maybe they've
So they've got their weaknesses, right? Or they have their strengths and their weaknesses.
Yeah. And so I don't want to tell you how to create a better solar lamp or turn algae into fuel. I wouldn't know how. Some of my mentors might, but we don't get in that business.
Yeah.
What we're in the business of is how do you make a business out of that scales past your personal charisma.
Sure.
Hard work and charisma will get you a long way. It will not build you a scalable business.
Love it.
With a few possible exceptions of Steve Jobs.
Gotcha.
And so finding the right mentors early on allows these visionaries to stay engaged.
Yes.
So we take the entrepreneurs, we work with about 100 companies this year. And these are folks from all over the world. We've worked in more than 90 countries. This year we have a lot of folks in Central and South America, East Africa, India, Moldova, Myanmar,
Gotcha.
the U.S. And we'll get their business plans, we'll get them feedback, and then we will connect them to the mentors who will provide them with a diversity perspective.
Wow, so you guys are literally, you're not just kind of doing a little bit of matchmaking, you're literally getting there, digging in there, and finding out about the companies. And,
right, so my primary,
he's getting comfy.
I'm getting comfy here. The main intellectual capital, our add-on, what our team does is pick the right team of mentors to get to know the company. And
Gotcha.
then hope that the right mentorship match comes out of that.
Okay.
So think of it as speed dating.
That's what I was totally thinking
So I will put together, if you submit a business plan to us, we accept it. We get 500 applications, we take about 100. We'll put together a team of about 15 people who have a diversity of perspective. Marketing, finance,
not
operations.
just when you think of mentorship, and I just had to jump in. When you think of mentorship, you think like one or two, but this is literally like a full-on ecosystem team.
Yes.
Amazing.
Now, these are all volunteers.
Yeah.
And so they will contribute feedback to your business plan. Now, they then have 3 options. So every time that the mentors touch the entrepreneurs, there's value add. 3 options. They can be anonymous because these are busy people.
Okay.
I ask you to mentor. You're probably going to say, I'd love to, but I'm very busy and I don't do open-ended volunteer commitments.
Gotcha.
Some version thereof.
Yeah, you probably hear that a lot, yes.
Or they can say, sure, here's the feedback, and if you have any questions, this is my email if you have any questions. But then about 40% of them say, I want to get more involved. This is exciting. It's like, I'm willing to commit my time on this.
Gotcha. And they're talking like executives type of thing.
I'm talking people who build $100 million companies.
Yep.
And actually, frankly, often their chiefs of staff or their like the operational people, the people who are in the middle of what it actually takes to keep the business going.
Right. It's amazing.
And then the entrepreneur looks at the feedback and says, this mentor really gets me. Because it has to be the entrepreneur's choice as well.
Sure.
It has to be the choice that Mia understands what we're trying to do.
Right.
She's awesome. And then you have
that
to
is
check
the matchmaking, by the way, because it can't just be like, oh, you came from the same town, right? But it's like, no, they literally has to resonate.
It has your perception and your comments have to strike them as constructive.
Absolutely, I can see that. Okay, so tell me real quick how you came up with this. So just give me like the inspiration story on how this came together. Is it sad? Is it good?
I'm trying to think of the 30-second version. There's a 5-minute version, but we don't want that.
But we have to have you back on the show. That's what.
Absolutely.
Yes.
30-second version. I inherited some friends of mine. This is 15 years ago. Not a lot of people were doing social enterprise work.
No.
And I came up through what used to be called Students for Responsible Business. It's now called Net Impact. It's 50,000 people around the globe who are interested in this work. And some people I knew in economic development, I was the only guy they knew who was working with these kind of entrepreneurs.
Gotcha.
And so they had a business. They wanted to do a think tank on corporate social responsibility. They had a 5-figure sum. That's not enough to start a think tank. I know. I helped a friend of mine start one.
Mm-hmm.
So I suggested a business plan competition because people bring you the content.
Sure. 2
years in, they ran out of money, and I was having so much fun reading the business plans that I took it over.
You're just like, oh, I'm going to keep doing this.
I just poached it,
Yeah.
And but then I realized just picking winners isn't helping.
Gotcha.
Just choosing, or it helps the winner, but it doesn't help the other 100 companies.
Right.
So we started doing feedback, and we average about 20 pages of feedback per plan per round. Like, it's really extensive feedback.
Gotcha.
And then we layered on connecting them as mentors and conference calls. Creating the community. So each year or two we add a step that gets them more engaged with the community around them. And now they do business with each other, like the entrepreneurs come in and we connect them to each other.
So it's solid. It's been around. Everybody's really, there's a trust with everybody too, right?
Yeah, this is our 12th year of the program. Just started.
Yeah, guys. So tell us how we find that.
Mentorcapitalnet.org is how you can find more information. Yes, it's a net.org.
Yeah, but we're following you. I like it.
So Mentor Capital spelled out, and then mentorcapitalnet.org.
Gotcha. Because that's probably for network. All right, so who are you looking for? What kind of people should come to you?
I'm always looking for 3 folks. Entrepreneurs, social entrepreneurs, for-profit companies who have built in social, environmental, into how you make money. If you're giving money back to charity, that's very nice. Personally, I applaud you. Professionally, I don't care. It's not going to scale. Good for you as a person.
Right.
Not a company model other people are going to copy.
Right. Oh, cool. Thank you, Nazim. All these business models are super innovative, smart, and very engaged and oriented. Thank you so much. Very true.
2, we're always looking for mentors, folks who know what it is to build and scale a business, with a particular focus on folks who built multiple bottom line companies.
Gotcha.
I could have an endless stream of Booz, Bain, McKinsey, Deloitte consultants who are very smart people. But if you give me 100 folks from mainstream consulting firms, I'm going to have 10, maybe 20 opinions.
Gotcha.
Or points of view, right?
Gotcha.
It's very smart people, very like not dinging, but that's just one perspective.
Gotcha.
And how do you integrate the social value? And then, as a nonprofit, we're always looking for funders. Most of our funders are investors whom we are providing qualified pipeline to.
Oh, I love that.
So if you're looking to either support clean energy, education, any kind of social enterprise area,
qualified pipeline.
We're a way of supporting 20 companies at a time, right?
Yeah.
So public health, clean tech, we have these categories.
That's fantastic.
And then our sponsors, they get to see what companies they want to invest in, but they also know that even if they didn't invest, the 20 companies all got support.
Yeah, I love that. So that again, bringing everybody all together. You've done a lot of legwork, though. So that 12 years is showing, because you've got a lot of people, you've got a system that's working, and obviously you're working with bigger companies. We're going to get photobombed in a second. Woo!
Hey, guys.
Hey, guys. All right, we're going to bring you onto the couch, too. So, Ian, thank you so much. And you guys, please go check out their website, too. Tell us what it is again.
mentorcapitalnet.org.
Yay. Thank you, sweetie. Keep up the good work. Give me a fist bump. Power party. I love it. All right, I'm going to have... Okay, Rebecca's going to come in real quick. Hey, let me thank again Holiday Inn DC. They are at indc.com. That's where I'm staying this weekend. It's fabulous. This is Rebecca. You haven't been over to see my place. You should see my little room that NDC hooked me up with. They're so wonderful. But what a great location, because DC is such a great town.
It is a great town.
Yeah.
Having so much fun.
It is.
And collaborating.
It is.
All of these amazing people here.
Yeah, we're not
I'm
kidding.
also from Colorado.
We're not cheesing out, by the way. We really are collaborating, too. So Rebecca and I know each other from Colorado. She's in Denver. We saw each other at Success Summit 3.0. And then we met Adam, who is, of course, one of the masterminds behind this. And that's how we got here today.
It's exactly true. And it's been an extraordinary opportunity to geographically collaborate across the country and the world.
Because we go to the Denver ones, and that's great too. But for us to get out of town and then meet all these amazing people too. So again, what I was saying is I love the sessions are so great. Of course, Tom Chi spoke last night. Still hoping he's going to stop by. Got my fingers crossed. Tom Chi was amazing last night.
Unbelievable. The two of us were kind of mad tweeting and having a little bit of a mad crush on him. Awesome.
That poor guy, I think he's a little frightened. Or
or
like,
me
oh,
too,
she is again, I know.
Stalking, right?
But he was, so you guys need to go check out the factory, which is great. That's Tom. So, of course, Tom Chi was with Yahoo, then with Google, one of the innovators for the Google X project, Google Glass, and then started his group, joined in with this group. And they're a think tank, and they're working with like top C-suite people. And Debbie, like, you should see this program. They literally make them go through boot camp in the beginning, and then they get shit done.
It's
basically his whole speech was like, get stuff done. Stop jerking around. Stop going back to the drawing board and really put things together.
Yeah, and actually we were photographed in front of said sign, so getting shit done, if you will.
Yeah, we were. I know. Yeah, you want to come in real quick? You
excellent.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, I know. Love you, sweetheart. Yay.
Nice
and
to
thank
see
you for
you guys.
Okay. I'm going to bring them in, and you two party people. Are you ready? Come on in. Yeah, I know.
Yes, go in.
You love this guy. I saw him speak this morning. They gave a great talk on entrepreneurism, and he was with our LoveSac guy, too. Come sit. Sit and be pretty. Oh, it's okay. Look at, he's going to spit his gum out. You're going to love us. I'm going to put the tea on. Debbie, do you have any comments while I'm queuing him up?
Let me see what I've got here.
This is Fast and Furious.
We've got all kinds of things going on over there. There we go.
I'm going to go sit at my table.
Okay, I'm going to come over and see it too. So, oh, hey, Christine. Hey, honey. Hey, girl.
Oh, finally it comes. There we go.
Christine's the reason, and I love it. Oh, okay, great. And hold on one second. Okay, all right. Let's talk about you.
Yes.
All right, tell us who you are. You spoke this morning, and you blew us away. It was good. I mean it, and you were funny. I thought so. No, and you were with a great group of guys too. So
they were fantastic.
Yeah, it was a great panel. So tell us about your panel and you and your company.
My name's Tian Wong, and I'm the CEO of Tech 2000 and Appnetic. Tech 2000 is a tech training and mobile application software development company in Northern Virginia. Appnetic is one of our spin-off companies, and we're developing a platform that allows non-programmers to create native mobile apps on iOS products or Android products to aggregate content and distribute the content to pretty much an unlimited number of users. And we already have some use cases with some Fortune 100 companies that are using it to send sales enablement information and marketing collateral to the field.
So you're making it a little bit easier for everybody.
We're making it really simple and really easy. Yeah. So we're making a self-serve product. We're on version 4 right now. Self-serve product will be out hopefully within 3 months.
Excellent.
You can sign up for beta on appnetic.com. So
you see how you have the tiara, by the way.
I love it.
Seriously. You know, it's techie, but we like to loosen up. See that?
That's very cool.
Yeah, so tell us more. So this morning it was yourself and obviously Shawn Nelson, who's LoveSac, and then DP, and I just forgot his last name.
DP Venkatesh, the famous, the one and only.
He is too much.
Amazing guy, really smart and just so worldly.
He really,
and very centered and very balanced and just a great entrepreneur and a great role model for this area.
What is this company again?
It's called M Portal. So he's been in the mobile field for 15 years or so.
Yes.
And
you guys
he was there really early. We're both here, Yeah,
in the earlier. And here, so this morning you guys talked about sort of the perils of entrepreneurship. And it was great because we have the 2 B2B companies, and then of course Shawn has the we're doing consumer goods. So it was great to see the different how you guys were all riffing off of one another too about what you've gone through in building your companies and being an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
So I mean, I love it. You were talking about you gave some trade secrets of how you keep yourself all calmed down and normal. 7 hours of sleep.
Yes.
Meditation.
I mean, I think every entrepreneur struggles with the demons of having 400 or 500 emails hitting them.
Yes.
Tons of phone calls, messages, demands from customers, demands from employees and shareholders, and there's so much noise out there, and it's hard to stay focused on what's really important, what's essential to your business, and what's essential to your mission while all this noise is going on. So I thought Shawn's answer, which was to have a daily practice of some kind or a routine, is the same answer I would give, because I also have a daily routine.
Sure.
And that's how I kind of make sense of it. But you're right, 7 hours of sleep.
You said you started meditating?
Meditate every day. I've been meditating for 4, maybe 5 years now, every day. Things like, health-wise.
Yeah.
I mean, stuff like flossing my teeth, stretching, exercise, weighing
puts their
in.
pants on one leg at a time.
Right, and you just basically
it's the little things.
10 or 12 things that I do every day that I track also every day. So before I go to bed, I make sure I try to have done everything on that list.
Yep.
But having a routine really helps you stay focused. And then having a couple of blocks of time
I
to
love
just
that you
think.
said that.
Yeah, like 2 half-hour blocks a day to just not be disturbed and to make sure that we're focusing on what's essential, to make sure we know what's essential, and then to make sure we're focusing on what's essential.
Debbie, I know you're going nuts, by the way. This is my producer, Debbie, and she is an efficiency expert.
Okay.
You are nuts about that. So, no, but I'm saying because she's got, I know she's not talking about.
She likes that.
What you just said, focus on just a routine will help you keep you focused in the rest of your life, and I love that. I love that.
He is not. Is he not preaching your tune over here, sister?
So
yes, he is.
You know what we're talking about.
She does, and what Debbie and I have talked a lot about. We always talk about like time blocking and things like that. But I think it really is essential. And you guys mentioned it during your talk today too. That if you're getting on the computer at night and you're just saying, "Oh, I'm going to get on," you're sucked into this vortex for a couple hours. And so if you are not time blocking, like you're saying, and setting aside things too, you just get sucked away. Especially running a company.
You have to create limits, whether it's in the form of a schedule or in the form of a daily practice or a routine, or it's in the form of blocking off time to meet with yourself only or blocking off time to do emails. I think it's hard to be always on
Meet with
because
self, right?
if you're always on as a CEO or as a senior manager, it's really hard to focus on getting the really most important thing or two for the day done.
Right? And
So,
you said you make a list of that too. What's the one thing I have
Oh,
to
yeah,
get done
absolutely.
today? What's the one
Yeah,
thing I have to get done this
exactly.
week?
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
Not 5 instead of
No,
Yeah,
not
not
five.
Because I
five.
have
That's right.
5
Five is too
usually, and
many.
I'm like,
And
that's
this-
too much.
5 is
Yeah.
too many. You
That's
really
Miss
need
Hilary, by the way. It is too
one,
many, right?
One
Yeah.
idea to get done, one thing, and then one for the week, and that's it.
You know, it's interesting being in tech and being in everything that's making everybody's world go faster. It sort of went into, you know, it was a little bit negative for a while because we were too plugged in. We have too many options, and you know, this efficiency, the multitasking, all that kind of thing. You want to come over too and queue up? We got too overwhelmed, right? And now I love that we're going to simpler.
Yeah, DP brought that up. We're moving towards an analog world, back to an analog world again.
Yeah.
It's funny, Marissa and I were just talking at lunch about how you can try to hack life, you can try to hack your job,
Yeah.
you can try to hack your sleep, you can try to hack your diet, but you can't fool Mother Nature, right?
No.
If you try to do something that's unnatural, you will pay the price at some point. Sometime, some way, you will pay the price. So
And you guys remember those Mother Nature commercials from the old, like,
you can't fool Mother Nature about butter,
That's
butter
right,
margarine.
about
yeah.
butter and margarine, and that's the
I
same
didn't
thing.
look that old. How do you remember?
I love this.
You don't look that old, seriously. You
I am.
remember those
Big
ads?
5-0 this year, brother. So I
No
remember
way.
that too.
Are you
Way.
serious?
No, it's all the drugs and alcohol.
So you're hacking life. You're hacking life in a certain way.
Life a little bit. I do remember
Yeah.
that. But you guys, that was probably the best bottom line of our whole thing. You're right. You can hack all these things, but you can't fool it. You know, you gotta.
I don't know of any person, company, anybody who's been able to beat Mother Nature. Mother Nature always wins. So why would you try to do that? Why would you try to get 3 hours of sleep when your body tells you it needs 5 or 8?
I love that we're going back to the simpler. Ariana
Yeah,
Huffington
exactly. So that's the whole
started
thing with DP.
Yeah.
And, you know, so DP has that. You know, he's a very complete person. So
He is.
He understands.
He's hilarious too, by the
Yeah.
way. You guys were really riffing off each other too. So
Yeah.
I love it. I love it. Great. Tell us again where we can find your company. Come to your
You
website.
can find 3 companies. So
Yes.
one is Tech 2000, which is T2000inc.com. That's our tech training and mobile app development business. Appnetic, APPNETIC.com. That's our self-serve content management and distribution product. And Lore.net, LORE.net. That's our enterprise network engineering and cloud computing company. So
Really wish you'd do
come
something
visit
with
us
your life.
and
Really, I wish you'd accomplish something besides having 3 websites. This guy is getting stuff done.
you got, I don't know, you got the fountain of youth. That takes the top
You know what
prize
it's
in
called?
my
There's
mind.
actually smooth app that's on this phone too. So yeah, come on in.
Forget the phone. I'm looking at your face
Okay.
now. You have like no claws.
I'm keeping him. Sorry to your
All right,
wife.
well, thank you for having
Thank
me.
you so
Thank you.
much for coming on. I appreciate
Yeah.
it. I've got one more guest. Thank you so
Oh,
much. I so
absolutely.
appreciate
Thank
it.
you.
Line form to the
I'll see
left.
you
Oh, I
soon.
love it. Okay, guys, one more, and then I want to have our special people come on. We're going to go over the time. I don't care. It's my own show. Right? It's my damn show. Yes, certainly. Come on in. So there have been some questions. So look at this little hot number. Speaking of fountain of youth. And this you are, everybody is like, you are plugged into. Hey, brother, you missed it. He was on too. All right, tell us who you are. And look at you got a tiara too.
Thank you. Marissa Levin,
Yes.
and I'm a 20-year serial entrepreneur from the DC region.
Yes. All right, and so you are doing we had a great conversation. We talked real quickly when we met over there. We were talking about being consultants and people asking us for advice and things like that. So
Right.
talk to me a little bit about that because you consult with some pretty heavy hitters. You ain't
Right.
playing around.
So yeah, so I have 3 firms. In one of my firms, I coach executives and CEOs. And I am constantly asked to meet people for coffee, breakfast, lunch,
Death by
dinner.
coffee.
Yeah, death by coffee. And they'll say, can I pick your brain? Which is what you and I talked about.
How about if I punch you in the head?
The truth is I love to help people, and I'm glad that people believe that I can bring them value.
Yes.
But
They're
I just,
attracted to you for a reason, obviously. And it's great. It's complimentary, but again.
yeah, I mean, it's great that they think that I can help them, but if I met everybody for lunch, breakfast, dinner, coffee, I would never get any work done, right?
Yes, exactly.
So how are we able to help people but still make sure that we're pushing our own missions forward? That's the question. So I really have 2 strategies for that. The first is when someone calls, I will offer them a 15-minute Skype session but it has to be extremely targeted, right? It has to have revolve around one business need, one question, and I need to know what their desired outcome is.
Gotcha.
So I will spend 15 minutes with someone that calls.
Huge value already, just the fact that you're getting them focused and saying, if you're going to take my time, here's for the best way for them to get the most value out of it.
Right. So every time you have an ask for somebody, make sure you know exactly what you want the desired outcome to be, so that they can maximize their time.
Absolutely.
The second thing is you want to have a lot of free content that adds a lot of value. So every time I write my blog, which is a weekly blog, it's at successfulculture.com. Every single thing I write for the small business community. And I want to make sure that I'm giving them very actionable steps on how to do something. So here are 4 steps to hold an effective employee town hall meeting. Here are 4 steps to have effective communications. Here are 6 steps to, develop a communications plan. Every single thing that I do is extremely actionable that they can do immediately.
That's
so
great.
if someone,
like you said, you lead them to your website. Like, look,
Right,
I've already done the
right,
legwork.
right, exactly.
I've already written about that. Go look at my content, and then it's all good, right?
Right. And look, you know what? You have to feel comfortable reaching out for help, but at the same time, the people that are helping, they have to know how to put the boundaries in place so that they're helping, but they're also not being exploited or giving away too much of their time.
I'm blocking your pretty faces. I'm sorry, that's too far. No. That's just great too. So I love that because you are helping out people, but again, you're taking care of, you're getting your needs met and your things done. Now you're here in DC, right?
I am.
So tell me what it's like to be a woman, and you're moving and shaking. Everybody's loving you. You're involved with a lot of different things in corporations. What's it like to be in this sort of power position as a woman here in DC?
I think that the DC area is definitely an anomaly. We have the highest concentration of dual income households in the country.
Ooh,
okay.
I did not know that.
Yeah, we do.
Okay.
And we also have, a tremendous number of higher educational institutions, right?
Yes.
So we've got people who just are extremely ambitious. They're highly educated. And I think what's important for women to remember is that no matter what we do in our professional lives, it's just one piece of a larger ecosystem, right? So, I am very accomplished professionally. I mean, that's what happens when you groom and nurture a career over 20 years.
Right.
But I'm also a mom to
You
2
said
teenage
that.
boys.
It's the first thing I learned about her,
14.
too. You were getting stuff done. You're taking care of your family.
That's my highest priority. And anybody that knows me in this area knows that my absolute most important job is making sure my kids get what they need.
Yes.
And if I were to ask, if anyone was to ask my kids, what is your mom's priority? They will absolutely say, oh, we're her priority.
And they probably sometimes like, oh, I wish you would just get really busy because mom's up in my business.
But I think that for women especially, they just can't get too caught up in what everybody else is doing. And they have to recognize that, whatever they're doing for themselves, that's what works. And it's not about what everybody else is doing, and it's not about keeping up with everybody else. And it's also remembering that we only see a fraction of what people allow us to see.
That's right. Amen to that.
So,
it's filtered, and for a good reason.
It is filtered.
But when you start, especially we just passed the holidays, so everybody's looking at social media and seeing all these, perfect photos and perfect moments, especially during the holidays. And it can kind of get you a little like, oh my God, I'm not fill in the blank. Right? So just you have to take that comparison off the table.
Yeah,
because you don't know what everybody else's picture is.
And I view life kind of like as a stained glass window, and every frame, every shard of glass in that stained glass window is one element of our life.
Yes.
And we decide who gets to see which shard of glass in our lives, right? So whatever we're sending to our families, whatever we're posting, it's never the full picture. It's never the full frame.
Yeah.
And we really need to take that into consideration when we're planning our own lives. So just be grateful for where you are, what you've accomplished.
Right.
And I also find that not just women, but people in general who are on the fast track and who are really highly accomplished, when they hit a stumbling block, right, they hit like a blip, they have a tendency to be laser focused on what isn't working rather than remembering to look at their life in a totality.
Right.
And you have to be really, cognizant of everything that you've achieved in your totality not just the stumbling block that's in front of you. So it's just really important.
So everybody's just like, listening to
Yeah.
It's so important.
Yeah.
We're loving that too. I know Dr. T is loving it as well. So tell me what you're going to be doing this afternoon here.
So I'm a syndicated columnist with Smart CEO magazine. I have a book out on how to build advisory boards. It's called Build to Scale. And SCALE stands for Select, Compensate, Associate, Leverage, and then Evaluate. So my column that I write for Smart CEO is called Get on Board. I'm their advisory board expert.
Gotcha.
So Adam Zuckerman, one of the founders of Collaborate,
yes,
he asked me to be a media match sponsor or someone from the media, and people will be pitching me with their ideas and their stories and their companies to see if I should cover them in Smart CEO magazine. So I'm excited to help them out.
Didn't you love that? So yeah, we have about 20 different matches, about 20 different people coming in that are from the media, and so the people that are here get to go in front of them, and it's it's a quick one too. Like is it a 5-minute pitch?
It's not even 5 minutes.
Okay, so you got to have shit together when they're pitching to you. But you guys, this is an amazing idea that Adam came up with to get everybody in front of them, but then it's also a filter for you as well. Talk about the not getting your brain picked death by coffee. You're getting people brought to you that have everything together, and they have a few minutes, and you can get the feedback on it, and then see if it's a match for you.
Well, and for me, it's fun because I love to see the new ideas and what everybody's doing. And when they're pitching, and I have to give my feedback, I'm going to give some of the motivational feedback too. Like, give them very positive feedback and make sure that they know that what they're doing is great, even if it's not a fit for Smart CEO to be covered at that moment.
Yes.
My need for them in that moment does not define them.
Oh,
and so that's a really important message for me to be able to give, that just because the media doesn't pick up a story on a certain day and time, it's not a reflection on whether or not you're successful.
This is an extension of what you're just talking about, of like focusing, not just focusing on what's not working, like just knowing that you're getting great feedback. It doesn't have to be that exact match. Saying it's not for me, but you, from my perspective, look like this, right?
Yeah, I mean, my voice is just one voice in a much larger conversation.
Oh, I think it's awesome. All right, so tell us all the places we can find you, because everybody's going to want to get a piece of this.
Okay, so I own really 3 companies. So Information Experts is my 20-year consulting firm. That's at informationexperts.com. I am chairman now of that company. I'm not involved in day-to-day.
Okay.
Where my focus really is on successful culture.
Okay.
So that's successfulculture.com, and I really recommend anybody to subscribe to my weekly blog on leadership and entrepreneurship, and you can go to there and sign up. And I'm on Twitter at Marissa Levin. I'm on LinkedIn, really active on LinkedIn. There's a successful culture page.
Sure.
And then I've just launched with a partner a 3rd company called Leadership in Life. And that company, we're going to be building curriculum specifically for, initially the first program will be for women who have so much professional pressure, but they're also in charge of multi-generational caregiving.
Wow,
so
that's needed.
It's,
my
it's
gosh,
so
it's
needed.
going to be even more now. Oh,
like I said, I have 2 kids.
Yeah.
My mom passed away in April, and I know what it is to have to manage the care of someone who's older while you're managing the
quality of
children.
care for them, and taking care of your own quality of care, and then for your kids as well.
Right.
That's really needed now. I think it's gonna increase.
So that's the curriculum to address that need of how you manage your leadership path with your life responsibilities. And that's really the focus. But 75% of caregivers are women. But at the same time, because of the recession, when a lot of men lost their jobs, more women ended up replacing those jobs. So never ever before have there been women in the workforce. Yet their caregiving responsibilities
is not diminished, or have actually increased.
Wow. So how do we address the woman again holistically?
Sure.
Right.
Sure.
Spiritually, emotionally, physically. We're going to give them the education, the resources, the tools, the community, the strategies, everything they need to somehow manage all of their obligations and still be able to move forward from a leadership perspective.
Oh my gosh, I can't. And when is that launching?
We are planning on launching that in June, but the website will be live by February 15th.
I love it. Will you come back on my show again when it gets closer to launch? Because I think it'd be so fun for us to dive into that even more, and then we'll be able to get more questions from the audience too. Because I'm sure. Debbie, do you have anything for Marissa from the audience?
Not specifically, just lots of great comments, and the links are being shared around.
Yes, we'll totally share that too. I'm so glad you got to stop by.
I know.
And I know I was mentioning, I think we had somebody out in the audience having a chance to see who that was, but I'll make sure that they know that you came on in case they're not watching live. But I appreciate it so much.
No, I appreciate it. Thank you for all the work you're doing for entrepreneurs and getting the message out.
Oh, just talking to cool people.
It's
doing
great.
Cool stuff.
Because you never want to be the best kept secret, right?
Yes.
We don't want to be under the radar. We need to get our mission out and our purpose to make an impact.
Thank you. That is an excellent closing statement for that too. Is stop hiding your candle under the bushel.
Absolutely.
Right? I know. I love it. Thank you so much.
No, thank you.
Yay. Will you clap for Marissa? Yay. Hold on. Let me see if I can get that. Yay. Thank you so much.
Sure.
Okay, guys, we're gonna get.
Okay, I don't know if I'm the only one who lost Mia, but I don't hear her right at the end of the show. Let's see if she's adjusting. I'm not sure if she's coming back or if she's just frozen here. Okay, in the event that Mia has actually dropped off and she's frozen, she has dropped off. That's a wrap from the Mia Connect Power Chat. The comment stream is just screaming along, so we'll get over there and take a look, and I'm sure Mia will drop you a note, and she's back in.
Look who this is. Look who this is. You guys know Dr. Tammy. She is, and look at, video bomb. This has been, look at how we're frozen. This has been so fun because you guys came to hang out with me today.
Yes. We came to support Mia and her wonderful program. It's been so great.
Thank you. You guys, this is one of the first times I've had people that I know from the audience literally show up too. So, and I pinged you last night. I was like, you got to come out. And then Dr. T, and we have to shout out Steve.
Yes, hey, Steve Pittman, we miss you. We're sorry you couldn't come.
And Christine DeGraff, too.
Christine,
that's
Jersey girl, yes.
DC Jersey girl. So.
Yes, so I'm so glad to be here. It was a fun show, and looking forward to coming back.
Oh, you guys watched the video, too. Dr. Tammy and I did a video in the Tesla. We're coming after Tesla to be brand ambassadors.
Yes.
They need these hot chicks at the
They do.
To be the brand ambassador. We don't just need men doing that. No.
Yes.
You already got an email from someone who was listening.
Oh, nice.
Good. They already emailed me and they connected me on LinkedIn. They said they love the message.
Oh, boom.
Good. Yay.
Who was it? We could
Glad to see a strong, positive woman who has her priorities clear, and she loved the pick your brain thing.
Excellent.
That
Who was it?
great.
Lynn Abeka Johnson.
Too. So Lynn, thank you for giving her such a good encouragement. Here it is. She goes, want to pick my brain? How about if I punch you in the head, Mia Voss? That is the quotable Mia. Exactly. All right, guys, tell me real quick, because I love it. Tell us real quick about your trip.
Okay.
I want to shout you out.
All right.
You guys know she did an amazing trip
well,
this
you
year.
guys know I'm all about my new organization, which is drtammy.org, and I use a combination of alternative health techniques, including chiropractic, acupuncture, and really mind-body connection. I had a chance to utilize this.
Stuff. Yes, I do. I love what you're doing, though, and I love all the pictures that you posted. Tell me about some of the people that you got to help. You were
I was down in Belize for an incredible medical missions trip with the International Health Outreach, where I had the opportunity to literally see hundreds of patients a day with myriads of problems, things that I hadn't seen in years since clinical internships. It was just the best and most rewarding experience. These people had nothing, but I want to tell you the love and spirit that they had in their heart was absolutely incredible.
Yes.
I've committed to going back again in 2015. I believe we already did a few posts. For anyone on Google Plus who would love to come, we don't need physicians. We just need people on the ground that would like to volunteer and like to come and make a difference. So if you feel like that's you and you've got a hole in your heart and you want to come serve, we would love to have you. We really would.
I love how you said that too, you guys. Yeah, so listen, I know most of you probably already following her, but you're going to be keeping updates on your page.
I am. I'm going to keep updates on my page about the upcoming opportunities. So anyone who's interested, we're very happy. So, and this has been terrific to meet Mia in the flesh, hang out in real life. I was so excited to see her.
I knew it was exactly. That's what you love about being able to Alex to say. All right, tell us about you real quick.
Yes.
Let's talk about her before we go.
Yes.
I've been doing googly stuff for a few years, and primarily just I'm here for the show and just to understand more about the philosophical, psychological, sociological impact of what's going on Google Plus and a lot of other social spheres, because I find it really interesting, and I'm interested to see where this is going to go, not just with your show, but with what's going on. Social
where
media
people are going to take
it.
I think so too.
There's a lot of interesting information and a lot of interesting things that we can extrapolate from that.
I think so.
I think a lot of people can benefit from it more than just for their own pockets.
Yes.
So
well, and
really
that's what this whole
interested in
conference is about. That we're seeing that too, and then I'm really loving doing these conferences too, because then it's just like you guys said. I mean, this is why my show's an hour and 15 minutes today. I don't care. I know. But because there's so many great people that are coming through.
Right.
Yeah. So you're doing the in real life, and then how you can use that social on Google Plus and using content.
Yep.
Hey, Debbie, it looks like you had something from Denver. Tammy. Oh, hi, Tammy.
Hey,
woohoo! Love that. Oh, Denver.
Thank you so much.
The world. Amen.
The world. Yes.
This is really fun.
This is great. I love this.
So. Listen, guys,
okay,
we're going to get out of here. And Dr. Tammy, Hilary, I have Hilary, who has been, this is my girl who is traveling with me. You guys have seen Hilary on my show. One of my Denver girls, Real Baby. Tell us what your website is.
Shop Real Baby.
And is it Real Baby Inc. also?
It's Real Baby Inc. or Shop Real Baby. It takes you to the same place.
You guys have to go back and look at our Thanksgiving show. That's when Hilary was on talking about her business too. Tell us about you real quick. What have you been getting out of the conference?
Man, I got so much out of this conference. I got to say, you can take what people are saying and apply it to anything, any stream of life. You really can. I was super inspired by listening to Shawn and Tien? Yep, and the other guy, DP.
Yeah.
They were really, really inspirational in terms of, just how to stay focused, how to figure out what's important, and how to grow and evolve in a time when there's a lot of noise at us, and how to settle down and really get after what it is that's going to make you different and set you aside. You know, I'm in retail, and retail has evolved a lot since I've started, and I've got to, I listened to Shawn saying how he's been through bankruptcy twice. I almost cried because, we teeter on it. I've made a lot of money, I've lost a lot of money, and I'm back at a place where I'm trying to figure out how to do this better and stay true to myself and to the people that trust us enough to tell them what to buy and how to buy. And I need to tap into my community and figure out what they need from me so that I can stay viable and not just have to arm wrestle Amazon all the time. So
and Hilary started a business when the kids were babies. Your kids are now
teenagers,
teens, and so
learning to drive.
And saw a need from the big box stores for baby clothes that there was nothing that you liked. So she created a need, and now you're going to go to the next level. I can tell you.
I'm taking it somewhere else.
Yeah.
Figure out what that. They talked about figure out what the whole is, and there's a lot out there that is not being owned yet, and I want to figure out what that is and still serve my community in a way that makes sense for where we are.
And focus on your family, like Maria, you're doing the same thing. You're so good about balancing with family too. And
my kids are my everything as well. I was listening to your last guest, and it's you do have to shut your phone off at a certain time and pay attention and get dinner going and find out if the homework's getting done and wondering where they are on the weekends and checking up on their I'm gonna go sleep over at somebody else's house.
Right.
We had a little trouble recently on that, so you got to pay attention or they'll sneak right by you.
Not naming names, but I know that's happened recently. It wasn't me. I'm staying over my own house. So, darling, thank you. And thanks. She was co-producing along with Debbie. So, Debi Davis, you rock out with your sock out.
You always rock out with your sock out. You know that, right?
Last over here, me now.
And thank you for taking care of my little kitty, Lily Poof Poof, who's also at the house. Poof Poof. We all love Poof Poof. So, guys, that's it. I want to thank Holiday Inn DC again for being my power patron for the show.
I got to say Holiday Inn. They rocked it this weekend.
Everybody at Holiday Inn DC took such good care of us, and we're still staying there, so we're coming back. Don't you worry about it. But they were so nice and gracious, and so thank you for that.
And our beautiful car.
Yeah, and to ST, Drive ST. We're driving around this amazing Kia 900 that is really swanky. Yeah, so thank you to Kia, thank you to Drive STI, and then also to Jeff Billings at Holiday Inn DC. We are feeling fancy.
Yeah.
I feel fancy. I'm out of here, you guys. Wave, everybody.
Bye. See you
Thank
next time.
Bye from DC, and we're outing.